On the feature page, 20 years after their squeaky clean music sold 80 million records, the Osmonds stage a second coming.
We're trying to set our own image, and all the girls are loving it.
Get ready for Osmond Boys, the next generation.
These stories, plus, up next, the Osmond offspring trying for second-generation success.
Well, the Osmond name gets a foot in the door, but that's not why I like all the people coming out.
Taking the family business and making it their own. Coming up next.
I can create the illusion. I'll turn you round with the bus.
It's one thing to try to live up to the family name. It's quite another when it's the biggest name to hit Utah since the founder of the Mormon Church. On the feature page, meet the Osmond boys making a name for themselves. Maybe they were born to sing. Ricky Nelson's sons simply call themselves Nelson.
Never don't you know, you can change, things will go your way.
The girls from Wilson Phillips have a Beach Boy and a Mama and Papa in their family tree. So perhaps it was inevitable. Meet the Osmond boys.
Hey girl, this can't be true. How am I supposed to exist without you?
We just want a fair chance, like the Nelsons and the Wilson Phillips. If we get a fair chance, we can prove by our music that we're real musicians and that we sing live, and that we're not like a Milli Vanilli act or cutesy pop. That we're really in for it for the music.
During the 70s, the world watched and listened as the Osmond family grew up right in front of our eyes. First, the Osmond brothers, then Donnie and Marie. Now, most of that generation is working behind the scenes, including big brother Alan.
My boys are like a bunch of wild horses. I've got the reins here. They've asked me to be their manager. I don't wear that hat very comfortably. I'm doing what's best for them as my sons, and the father is the best title I could have.
The Osmond boys are the oldest of Alan's 8 children that weren't even born when Dad was atop the pop charts almost 20 years ago. Most of what they know about Dad, the star, they learned from watching old videos.
We go back and laugh at it.
Well, sometimes, that's kind of how we got started. See, we were watching the old Andy Williams tapes, and when we shut it off to go eat lunch, we were singing the same songs, but in 2-part harmony. And that's when we kind of learned how to do barbershop.
They may have picked up a few pointers from those old tapes, but very few pop stars are doing barbershop these days, so Dad agreed to help them update their style for the 90s.
He says if you're not having a good time, don't do it, and he's not forcing us into this. He says if you want to get out of the business, you can. That he's not forcing us into it, but this is what we want to be doing.
We have a lot of fun doing it. We enjoy it, and
we work hard.
It is a lot of hard work.
It's hard work, but it all pays off when you hit the stage.
Now, you might think that the Osmond name alone would guarantee success, but none of the boys are willing to bank on that. They're up before school each day, rehearsing in front of a tough crowd that includes Mom. Then perhaps an appearance on a local talk show to chat with their fans.
Hi, I was wondering if Michael has a girlfriend. If not, I'm free.
That question is typical of the response the Osmond boys have been getting. Last year, they completed a 70-city tour to kick off their first album. Fan clubs in 11 countries say the world is ready for the second coming of the Osmonds.
We're trying to set our own image, and all the girls are loving it.
And now,
rock and roll.
Instead of like copying the old Osmond songs, we're writing our new songs now. In fact, on the album that's out right now, we co-wrote 2 of the songs on it. And our new album that's going to be coming out, we hope to at least write half of the album.
They're updating their music and image for the 90s, trying to put a little distance between themselves and the squeaky clean family that sold over 80 million records. But that doesn't change who they are.
We're family-oriented. Our religious beliefs are long-lasting, family-oriented. We just try to be us. And I think if the boys do anything, I hope they're not successful if they change what they are. I want them to believe what they're doing stand up for, and just be themselves. And I'll take any level of success that goes along with that, as long as they're happy.
Now, if you're wondering if there's a Marie type in the Osmond boys' future, forget it. Alan's 8 kids are all boys.